Welcome to Unrolled, episode number 64. I sound like I'm in a tin can, and I don't know why. Do I sound tinny to you over there?
Because we're in a tin can.
No, we're not.
We're in a tin can made of...
We're in a cave of terrorism. Figured I would just try to...
Domestic or foreign?
Well, it's always domestic nowadays. Check that cutout. The double V crown cut.
Well, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
I did a real shitty job trying to just do a normal.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Let's discuss your hatred for women in the workplace.
Yeah, you want to? Yeah. Ginger thinks I hate foreign people.
I think you just hate women.
Waitresses,
women customer service people.
So that one particular. So here's my real issue. I had a lighter. Anyway, I had. So this one particular person, I guess my issue is if you don't let me do what I'm trying to do, then I get frustrated with you. So whenever I'm trying to literally spend money with you, right? So here I would like to order this, but your website was built by fucking a no-fingered fucking motherfucker, and what's in your catalog doesn't match your website, even though I'm putting the SKU in exactly. So now I got a call, and she goes, oh, well, you can go to this, and then no, you're already on the phone now. You're going to take my fucking order.
Right.
She wanted me to put my order together, and then she will add this. No, bitch, we're already here now. I've already waited. And then it's like, well, then would you like to, and it's like, I'm trying to just place an order. So like when I call to order cigars from one wholesaler, I go, hey, this is Mike from AP Cigar. He goes, hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going? And I go, you know what? It's the peak of happiness. I place my cigar order. He goes, all right, buddy, have a great day. And we hang the phone up.
Same conversation every time, too. I've heard it 100 times.
Thank you, right? It's a flawless execution of cigar ordering. Now all I need is a humidor and some fucking humidipacks, right? The little Bovita packs.
Right.
So I have to ask, is this in stock? No, it's on back order. Would you like to leave it in back order? Why would I want to leave it in back order when I need Bovita packs right now? What the fuck is back order going to do for this dry-ass air? Not today, because it's raining, but Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Maybe I should have told that lady Happy Valentine's Day.
But we've been having that DAP.
What's the DAP?
We've been having that DAP.
Dry ass pussy.
Yeah. At least somebody got it.
So anyway, like when we go to the next...
Today we got that WAP.
Right.
It's dusty.
So we so like when I go to a restaurant and I'm like, I would like to have this. Would you like to have this? Is that what I fucking said? If I said I'd like to have chicken chipotle, does that sound like steak fucking guacamole tacos to you?
Yes.
Why the fuck would I say extra words if I don't need them?
Do you feel better yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
I'll let you know.
Keep going.
I don't think anybody wants that right now.
This'll be.
I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down.
This is an all-day thing.
All right, Pookie.
This is an all-day thing right now. It's been dude. I stayed up last night. I had to go outside and sit outside last night at like 10:30, and I'm asleep by 9 normally.
Because it's the humidor thing?
No.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah. Like literally, this lighter should really be lighting this bitch up. Instead of lighting my cigar, I should just light all my buildings.
Insurance paid up then?
No, I don't even have insurance anymore.
Right. Right.
Sometimes, you know what I miss? Sometimes I miss the beginnings. Where every day was a victory. When you're in it so long, there's such fewer victories and just more of the same fucking baby steps.
Well, yeah, and you think that it would be easier to maintain the level of what you would want to call success that you have, but it's not. Like, you think it would be...
No, it's twice as hard as building it. Mm-hmm. That's why everybody stops and starts over. is because they already know how to build. They don't know how to maintain. I don't know how to maintain. And so my first reaction is to rather run away and start over, or to burn it all down and laugh because it would be fucking funny, and then start over. So either way, this is, it's just uncharted for me. And it's fucking, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just out here on a fucking boat with no paddles, fucking trying to get to some land. All right.
Enjoy the water.
Is it too many irons?
Oh, dude, way too many irons. I'm helping too many people.
Well, no.
Everything.
See, I can tell you where it all started. But
Well, it all started back when I hired Chuck.
it all started with a shitty building in Alton. So like AP Cigars, the Titanic, and the shitty building in Alton was an iceberg. You've seen the movie.
Which
No, so I mean, but without
There ain't no rose and a big diamond in this motherfucker though.
that's gonna
well, the diamond, the diamond is actually the second cigar shop.
Just some bitch hogging the door.
Right.
there's room.
That's all there is.
There's room.
All right. I mean, that had to happen to expand, unfortunately. So, there wasn't, I could have went some other place, but then I'm still just dealing with local people, versus just actually doing it in a proper location and getting that tourism dollar.
Yeah, I think that the foot traffic and just that.
The foot traffic ain't shit, really.
Really?
It's the tourism that fucking puts that store up. Some fucking guy came in and bought a bunch of Calibre shit the other day. Just a random fucking Sunday. Some guy was walking by. Emily said she didn't even.
I mean, that happens up here though.
Yeah.
I sell Calibre shit just out of the blue all the time. It just seems like out of the blue somebody will come in and buy, like, a letter will get like a rush. Like in the last 3 weeks, I think we've sold 3 or 4 lighters, and then before that we would just piece them out like once every.
Right.
But every once in a while somebody will come in and be like, "Yeah, give me that $100 cutter. I want that."
Right.
And I'm like,
well, like look at us and how we are with guns and shit, right?
Right.
So you walk in, you're like, you know what? I need an $1,100 fucking gun right now.
Right.
And it's gonna make me feel better.
I don't sell
It
it to
does
people
for a
like
couple
that
days.
though. I sell it to people like fucking normal roughneck guys who,
They just want an elevated experience.
yeah, they just want a nice cutter.
Bro, I had the weirdest coffee sale ever
It's like
yesterday.
I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm like, "Do you want a cheap one?" And he goes, "No, I'm tired of that shit. I got a cheap one.
Right.
Give me a nice one so I can lose it." I said,
Right.
"All right. Well, we don't cover you losing it.
Right.
If it breaks, bring it back."
On today's episode, we're going to unroll the Gurkha Ghost from my homeboy, Goni Herrera. Goni. Spelled like Tony with a G.
I like it.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck, actually. He's actually you, if you were Cuban.
Yes.
He dresses very stylish. I didn't use the H word. He dresses very stylish.
Horse.
Yeah. Harsh.
Horse.
Horish. That was your Super Bowl. Where'd you guys go? Was it a bar or somebody's house?
Goose's house. We're Goose.
Okay. He's got fucking golden tea in his fucking house?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, that's the new one.
You're dealing with rich people over here, man.
I know.
Come on. Guys,
I never
guys
been
got
to
a
his
scarf.
house, and Aiden goes in. He's like, his eyes lit up. He's like, I just been playing. I just learned how to play this. I'm gonna kick some ass.
Did he?
No.
Is Ragusa good at it? Did he play?
Yeah.
No shit.
Well, I mean, I think that's all they do. It's like.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I'll have to get him up here for a little cash game or something. That's cool.
Lose more money. What was he just talking about?
Gambling's my way out. I want to make money gambling.
How do you feel about this holiday?
This holiday?
Yeah.
It's
Is
commercial.
it an actual holiday?
Well, whatever you want to call it.
As long as the banks are open, I don't really give a fuck what
holiday.
day it is. Fuck, the market's open. That's all that matters. So, well, Maybe you should close the market. Oh, nope, yep, nope.
Well,
I watched his number go red, green, red. I think this holiday is just consumer driven by the fucking big companies, and it's made to make people feel fucking guilty if you don't buy something.
That's what I was going to ask you.
It's just a fucking guilt trip. But I got a free rose when I got my coffee today, so I feel loved.
And whoever wrote that has beautiful handwriting.
Yeah, it was really Davey or Joe.
I mean, a dude wrote that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm almost positive. It was mostly guys up there today, so it was weird that a guy gave me a rose with my fucking latte. But I guess it all fits if you say it outright like that.
if you're right,
Right.
if you're where you are, it's not that weird.
Well, what's funny is I'm pretty much less than a block off Ridge, and I'm still getting roses. Like back in the day with the Rose Girl walk.
It's funny. Well, yeah, because me and Moles have talked about it for years. I'm like, we do nice stuff for each other all year long. Like, I don't need to go pay 3 times as much today.
Right.
For flowers for you, and I get them the rest of the year.
Right.
But
do you get them the rest of the year?
yes.
Okay, there you go.
But you know what? But like you said, the pressure to do something is still strong.
Right.
So
they set an expectation.
Yeah.
The company set an expectation.
Listen, for Valentine's Day, but we don't get shit on Steak and Blowjob Day,
No.
which is next month.
Right. Is that the 14th?
They don't even recognize it.
Well,
So fuck them.
it might have been in the verbiage.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Just saying, it might be in the verbiage. It sounds less attractive.
fellatio and fillets.
That sounds like fish. I'm not interested in that.
Right. That sounds like something McDonald's would offer.
Right.
That's it.
Like just a tug and a burger would be fine with me. I don't.
Give me that fellatio fish. Give me that fish.
Yeah, you got something? What you got?
No, I ain't got nothing.
No, you're fucking.
No, I ain't got
How much are you dreading this?
Dreading what?
What we're about to fucking do.
I'm a little concerned.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm not. What are we gonna do? Fuck it up? I'm not ever that nervous. But I'm a little concerned. $600 worth of materials.
Yeah. You gonna stick around and help with the sticker-thon?
I'm really curious about how it's going to turn out. Because I mean, you've been watching the process, right? Like
Yeah. We saw it on YouTube. We're basically experts.
I saw a bunch of videos.
Yeah, we kind of get it. I mean, you peel it off, you stick it on, you cut it out, it's fucking done.
Is there any kind of bubble situation where you have to roll the bubbles out like a tank situation?
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yep.
Is it dry application?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it peels right off.
Yeah, you can
And
reapply.
you use the heat gun. If you crease it or screw it up, there's a point where you can't fix it. But
Okay.
if you crease it or screw it up, and you use the heat gun, it brings it right back.
We're gonna put on some rap music and we're gonna fucking.
It's extremely forgivable.
Yep, it should work out.
So
I got 2 cars for the detail. One's in the shop. As soon as it comes out, then you'll have both cars. One's a giant Ram that won't fit in.
well, you better check with Sarah. She's doing all the scheduling.
Well, I will. I just got the phone call today.
Okay.
Motherfuckers
I
call
know
me.
She's got one tomorrow at 9 a.m. and Friday at 9 a.m.
Well, this will be probably next week.
and those
so.
are the only 2 I know about. And
So,
then
but-
Monday 9 a.m. next week.
So yeah, they're gonna. It's Ryan from Secondhand Barrels. He called and he goes, "We'll just try to support you." And the van that my kid was driving kind of looks like a murder scene because my dog chewed on a soda can. And I'm like, "Well, that's a challenge. All right, we'll take that one for sure. So let me do that one first." So kind of quoting out of my ass, but it's also Ryan. So I told him 125 for just the inside for the murder scene. So
Depends on how much that bloody wants out. That's a shampoo.
yeah. Well, I don't really know what I'm talking about.
So, all right.
Somebody needs to clue me in if I gotta fucking do sales too. So,
So I made a post today on Facebook earlier because some kid said something to me the other day.
Project Bluebeam.
Well, that's not no kid talked to me about that. I talked to the children about that to scare them. But I was wearing a pair of shoes and he said, "You need to put crease protectors in there. Your shoes are getting creased."
No, I see your Facebook post.
What is the deal with that?
what is a crease protector?
Stops your shoes from getting creased.
Like leather?
It's to protect from creases.
In like athletic shoes or
Like these.
In all shoes.
in all shoes.
Like you wear these, but you would put them in there so that your toe box does not bend as you walk
Right.
to keep them from creasing.
Okay.
And it's apparently a big deal, I guess.
So I
It's not.
To the kids, to the youth,
to the Utes.
It's still
Yes.
not.
Utes.
maybe even fancy adults. I don't know. But
It's still not.
You're,
Well,
you're the,
are a fancy
Yeah, you're
adult,
the
so-
fanciest adult we know.
So, did you order some? Or?
I thought about it.
That means yes.
No, but no, because I don't care about that.
They'll probably
I
be
like,
shipped
I
here.
like a patina. I like a patina on everything that you have. Like your clothes, your
Here we go.
jewelry, and everything. You gotta have that. Here we go.
Well, these pants are patinaed because I knew I was gonna be rolling around on the garage floor.
Yeah,
so
and you could probably sell those for $300.
right, they say dick skin on them. So
I can sell stained clothes for money.
Yeah, people buy anything.
except for cigars, what the? What, I gotta
Right.
fucking stain these cigars?
Right.
Just give me a minute. Give me a magazine. We're gonna go in there and stain all the cigars.
Right. It's plume.
It's plume. It's my
It's
plume.
just plume. It's just plume.
It's a VD plume.
You actually buy that Blue Beam stuff. You actually. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. There's so much nonsense out there. I just don't see why we need more nonsense. I don't.
What's the nonsense? What is it? What is
Project
Blue
Bluebeam is so they're saying that they're going to start using holographs to scare the public now. Holograms. Spider-Man, No Way From Home or Far From Home. There you go.
Okay.
It's that one. You've seen that one?
I'm
The one where
sure.
he's in England.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The one where they're in England and the
yeah,
things
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
drones causing
yeah,
the scene.
Yeah, yeah.
That.
Well,
That's what it is.
I mean,
I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
what do you think about
First of all, where's it going to work at? Chicago, L.A., and New York. And that's it. Because everywhere else, some redneck's going to start shooting at it and be like, what the fuck? That ain't real.
bro, if I could get a Tupac hologram on Ridge Street, I bet you I could turn that neighborhood around. Like if I could just AI.
You can just get Tupac. You know how many videos I've seen that he's alive again?
Well, because he is.
Apparently in South America somewhere.
Dude, Mystical's living on Ridge. I heard that motherfucker screaming.
He's hanging out with...
Watch yourself.
Right.
I know.
Danger!
Right.
Danger!
I said, Emily, I had to pull it up on YouTube for Emily, and I played it, and she goes, "Holy shit, is that really him?" I go, "No, it's not really him, but geez, I mean, the guy's out there at 3 a.m. fucking."
It might be him. You
It
do
might-
not know.
I don't know, like Mr.
Is he
Close-
still in prison? He's still in prison though, ain't he?
Well, you think? He might have escaped.
I don't know what he did.
This dude's like fucking
Did
5'4".
he commit murder? Mystical?
Who, Mystical?
No, committed murder.
Right.
I mean, he put that out there in the universe. So
Makes
I mean,
sense,
Jesus.
Right.
I met C murder.
Speaking of
Shook his
putting
hand.
things out in the universe, let's talk about millions of dollars
Yeah.
based on last week's occurrences.
What's
Let's
it?
just talk about millions of dollars in this motherfucker. Because we talked about the other subject last week, and
Yeah.
then it pulled up like we were talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
To you. Negative again.
Heard you had something to say, bitch.
Negative again for me,
No,
bud.
Mr. COVID. No. No. I got nothing to say. No, I think Mystical just did something minor.
Well, they all do something minor.
So, I had this really good breakdown of that Project Bluebeam that explained. It was like 4 steps, a 4-step process, right?
Okay.
And this dude, back in, I think it was 94, 95, came up with this theory about how the elites would end up taking control of the world through a series of events, right?
Okay.
And so partially, like, what Chuck was saying is what they would do. It's part of the steps. It's using basically these holograms and holographs in the sky or whatever to do stuff. But like last week, did you see those things in Hawaii? The laser beams in Hawaii that the Chinese were shooting down from outer space.
Yeah, there's a perfectly simple explanation for it, and it's correct. That's the way the technology works. You're talking about the matrix grid that everybody's seen. So there's a satellite there's a satellite, and it uses a. I'm not going to remember what the technology is now, but so in order for it to take its measurements of what it's there to do, it uses this. I'm just going to call it a laser system. It's got a name, but I don't remember what it is. And in the atmosphere and the rain droplets and all that bullshit that's in the atmosphere that I'm not a scientist. Just like the aurora, like you were just able to see it for seconds. It wasn't even that long.
It was like if you look for it, it's over around Hawaii.
I don't look for it.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird.
Do you know how much more angry I would be if I fucking watched the news than I am currently? You know, so last night was probably, so I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd read some news.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know 900% of the babies, there's a 900% increase of Mississippi babies have fucking like syphilis when they're born or some shit.
That's not normal though, you know. I mean, no, yeah, that's not.
That?
Yeah.
I saw that in the Matrix.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's just mathematical equations coming down. Somebody's making meth over Hawaii.
Making meth over Hawaii.
And they were trying to think of the proper formula, and that's how the thought process works. That shit comes down from heaven. God bestowed him the knowledge to make the proper meth recipe. And that is it in real time. If anything, that proves that God is real.
That's crazy.
So I go to when I find stuff like that, I go to a website called IFL Science.
Okay.
And the reason why I use that one is because I've read lots of articles they posted about other random things that are just, you know what I mean, that are just normal. Nobody's making a big deal out of. Just interesting things that I read that come from here. So I like to use a source that I'm familiar with that puts out that kind of information. They're more trusted to me. You know what I mean? So they explain it rather simply. They occurred for a second or less. They were spotted by very few people, and they come from an ICE-SAT-2 satellite.
So it doesn't occur occasionally; it's always occurring. It's just the weather pattern caused refractions.
Right, that day.
You could see it.
Right.
So it's literally everybody who doesn't want so much screen time because it fucking affects them doesn't realize that this shit is sprayed over us all fucking day long.
Right.
All day, every day.
Right. Now, what's more screwed up than that is the Ohio train stuff.
Yeah, vinyl chloride.
That's messed up, man. Well, so they're making a big deal out of the vinyl chloride. That was like the least toxic chemical in the whole thing. I mean, it was up there, with the rest of them, but like there were other chemicals in there that were really, really, really bad to have been burnt and put in the air as well. But they're all focusing on the vinyl chloride thing for some reason. I don't know why, but
like how much do you believe in like coincidences?
There isn't any.
Tankers or trains derail. I mean,
right, but like I think maybe it was 20 years ago. They made a movie.
I seen that too, but it's so.
Wasn't it in the same town?
Yes, the same exact thing.
Same exact town, except
that's like going back to The Simpsons for every futuristic fucking prediction. I mean, we can go back a year in podcasting and find something and edit it to where we predicted something.
So that's like saying that during the pandemic, the monkeys got loose. Remember? And they were rhesus monkeys that got loose.
They're racist monkeys?
Rhesus monkeys.
Rhesus.
RHESUS.
Oh.
And they got loose, right? No, nobody knows they got something. Well, everybody freaked out because that's the plot of Outbreak.
Right, yeah.
And we were in a pandemic, so everybody freaked out.
So will this town, according to the movie, be full of zombies? Like
a lot of people die.
Oh, is that just all it is?
Unfortunately, a lot of people probably are going to die from not like
no more than what we are subject to here next to the fucking refinery.
No, that stuff is way worse. Like whatever.
No, not like people will probably die
right away.
Not right away, but fairly not long, and then people will be dying from this for a long time.
So
like
much like what we have here,
like cancer. So one of the tankers was full of benzene.
Okay.
So yes, much like what we have here.
Right.
Huh?
It's my favorite.
The benzene.
I have a story for you about benzene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in high school, I did a science fair project, right? And it was like my senior year, and I decided to figure out the levels of benzene in the soil. Okay. And so what I did was I went to SIU. I had one of the organic chemists. He helped me make up these like a pack, like the silica packs that keep shit dry, but it absorbs benzene out of the environment.
Okay.
So I made a bunch of these packs.
Well, that's neat to have.
Yeah.
Right.
I started at.
I feel like there should be a big one of those.
Right.
Like at the end of every refinery, there should be a big benzene pack.
So I started at the refinery, and in a radius, concentric, I came out all the way into East Alton. Dude, that shit was like higher levels than it should be all the way into East Alton. So I'd take him, they had been in the ground for so long, I forgot the exact time. Then I'd take him back to the college, and we had to like titrate him down or whatever it was, and then run the spectrometry on it and all that. But yeah, I mean, crazy high, all the way past there. So I won the state science fair for it, and then they were going to go to the international science fair, and the oil companies put it on, and they didn't accept my project.
Well, of course not. Surprised you didn't get
that was my first time knowing
right. Who controls what?
Yeah, this like shit's the fix is in, right?
Right. You're lucky you weren't offed.
Right.
And you're lucky, or the best case scenario is you should have just been paid off. Should have just gotten a Lamborghini.
But so that was what, 10, 15 years, well, it's longer than that, before they paid out all those people
right
for it in the ground. That was. Right.
Have you been keeping up on? I mean, I know you're all obsessed about Bluebeam right now, but have you been keeping up on the free energy stuff? So I read some more stuff that actually so what was it? A few episodes ago, I said something about like they're saying like this within this couple next years we're gonna have free energy. They can't suppress it no more. I've read a couple more. I've seen a couple things come out that yeah it's at the end. They can't.
So are you talking about like pulling it from the like just from the waves around us?
Well,
like energy?
yeah. So the last thing I read was this thing that works. It's a power generator. It works off the vibrations.
Like the harmonics and all that
Yep,
stuff.
Yep, works off harmonics. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't have a single move. Well, it's all moving because it's vibrating, but it doesn't have a single moving part inside of it. It generates electricity. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's all just geometric shapes.
And all those like things.
Resonating.
Well, the one day I kind of rabbit holed that, when I was reading about it, and it was all those like sacred geometries and all these frequency numbers and stuff are all like for creating the energy or harnessing the energy.
Right.
It's got to build the machines. Isn't Graham Hancock involved in that somehow? Like,
I don't know about that.
No, it's the guy who had this series on Netflix recently, the Apocalypse guy, right? Yeah, he works as his name's Graham Hancock. He's somehow involved in that, like involved with the research with these people for that energy stuff. He's not the guy, but he was on Rogan talking about it, and Rogan was pressing him, and it made it seem kind of sus when he was like, oh, we gotta wait till now to release it because they were talking about building a motor for a car with it in there, that kind of technology in it.
Yeah. Stephen M. Greer is one of them. He's the guy that does all the Tubi documentaries, Unacknowledged and all that stuff. That doctor.
Speaking of Tubi, did you get freaked out by that commercial?
No.
Dude, everybody lost
their fucking minds.
Like, why'd you turn it on? Why'd you change the channel?
So I had it on two TVs. So when they both did it, I knew it was a fucking ad.
Yeah.
And so I hear the people on the other side freaking out. And then
What'd they do?
So they made it look like the game was just turned off, and you were like floating through Tubi to pick a different show to watch. And it looked like when you're
like you're on a Fire Stick screen or something,
Right, dude. It was fucking classic because it made it was probably the most genius commercial that I saw.
And there wasn't much time left in the game.
No.
So
yeah, it's like getting down to the wire. Like everything, their placement, the fucking. I think the game was tied at that time. Like everything about this was fucking perfect. And then like Hazel and the people that were over there, they were freaking hollering. You know, they're like, "What? What's going on with the TV?" And I look. So I was playing Golden Tee. I look over here and I'm like, it's a fucking commercial, you know. I'm like, settle down. And they're like, no, the TV, you know, and Steve's in an uproar. The TV's moving around, you know. Yeah, it was, I mean, kudos to that marketing team because they actually put something together worth talking about the next day, you know.
Tubi's a good app. I like Tubi. So Tubi's got a lot of weird shit on it, a lot of dumb movies on it. Yeah, I think they did a good job with what they could get for free.
Right.
This is free. Put it on there.
Yeah. No, they're fantastic. They are fantastic. How are sales of BioPro going? Are you moving some units down there?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I think I ordered 3 more boxes yesterday.
Okay.
People.
Nice.
I've had a lot of people contact me and ask about like, you know, what it is and stuff. I think that
actual fucking scientific research on it. Huh?
Well, like, you know, asking like what I thought about it and how I responded to it, and I was like, well, there's a few people who, you know, like some of the guys I do jiu-jitsu with who got a box of it, like they're feeling better, you know, recovery wise already.
Right. I can tell you that. So I'm a week and a half in, and I've been lifting more and more and more, and my recovery time, and I wasn't lifting before, so my recovery time should be extensive. I should be sore. Yesterday I worked out, lifted the heaviest I've lifted in years, trying to kind of push the limits of this recovery. I am not sore right now. Now, I didn't get under the bench or anything today, but I am not sore. The recovery seems to be the most prominent factor so far that I've realized.
What is it?
It's the growth factors of growth hormone without the you know, the platelets growing, your organs growing, all the negative side effects of it. Basically, it's a whole lot of deer antler fucking extract.
So isn't part of the muscle buildup the regeneration, the recovery?
That all depends on the macros that you
So
take.
if you're cutting out the recovery...
No. The recovery is no. So when you take HCH, and probably 2/3 of us here have, everything grows.
What are you saying? I'm small?
No, I'm not. Settle down over there, toddler.
So when you take that,
call me small.
Like anytime, even if you're on high levels, hyperhuman levels of testosterone or anything, then it doesn't make you grow. You grow from by what you do, right? And you got to have your right macros, your protein intake, carb intake to grow. So if your goal is not to grow, then that's not what's going to happen.
Are you saying I didn't grow?
So, yeah, no. So I'm taking it with skepticism, because I just always thought that the muscle buildup, part of that was because of the recovery, because it's... Well, sure, because you can go at it more and more. Again, this still has the recovery benefits without, like, your bones growing like you're a toddler.
Well, right, but you're talking about no soreness, which was always my favorite part of working out, honestly.
Well,
I liked feeling tight.
Yeah,
I liked it.
But whenever so I just flexed, and I'm still sore, but like yesterday, like I said, I work out in the basement by myself, so I can't go.
That's probably why you felt great the next day.
Because I work out, or because I take this stuff?
Because of that stuff.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, I bet that's what it was.
I fucking slept 12 hours, got up like a fucking champ.
I bet that's what it was.
I mean,
because
probably my best mental day I've had in weeks too.
All that cramping and all that soreness and that shit just absorbed it.
I don't know. So Friday, he called off. I'm like, he's a bitch. And then so I sit up here and it felt like a truck hit me. I mean, I felt just. Everything was sore. My toes were sore. My earlobes were sore. Everything was sore. I was like, fuck, I'm sick. And he's got me fucked up because he's like, I'm going to the hospital. And I'm like...
I'd already went.
So I'm like, fuck, am I gonna go to the hospital? Like, how sick is this? You know, like, what are we battling here? And so I go home. I take a few aspirin because I had a headache I've never had before. Like, it was so bad. I take 3 ibuprofens. I go to sleep. I wake up the next day. You know, like, when you don't feel well, you wake up the next day. Of course, you feel better, right? Mm-hmm. So, I was waiting like for it to come around the corner. It never did. I was literally one day. Like, I slept 12 hours. Next day, I've been great ever since. So, actually, the little bullshit cough I had even went away. So
I only had it for about 24 hours anyway.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Josh was saying that he only had it for like 24 hours. So
yeah, I went. The only reason I went to the hospital is because I couldn't get my anxiety stopped.
Well, I know your anxiety started rubbing off of me because I started thinking maybe I need to fucking
just took fucking off and would not let me rest. So, and I didn't want to go into the next day with it, and then into the next day with it, and so I went. But I didn't go because I felt the same way Thursday up here. Like, it hit me mid-afternoon up here.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way. Like, I just got hit by a truck.
Yeah. I knew I was off Friday morning. I did a little TV online thing or something with Riverbender, their daily show. And I felt off then. And I was like, man, I gotta get my head right. I just couldn't get my head right. Now, I've had the urge to throw up the last 2 mornings in a row, counting today. But I think that just might be stress. So, I don't know. I think.
See, I had that before.
What's that?
The urge to throw up. Like, I would have it, that feeling like you're going to throw up.
Yeah. Like, I was eyeballing places on the berm to pull over yesterday.
Yeah.
Today was better, but it was still kind of there. But it only happens in the morning. I think I might be pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Valentine's Day surprise.
You're probably suppressing estrogen with that stuff, though, right?
Nope, it's an estrogen builder. Actually,
is it?
Yep, raises the estrogen, so the testosterone rises.
Doesn't pregnancy? Doesn't it suppress estrogen?
No, estrogen levels are out of control when you're pregnant, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh well, then there you go. Then
you should send Ginger
there you go.
pregnancy test.
Right.
Just have your dick there. He'd be like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Yeah, but that stuff's. So far I've had positive results from it, and I've had a couple people ask me, like you said, like Chuck was saying about growing, and I'm like, well, if you're taking double your weight and protein a day, grams of protein, and you're doing all that stuff, yeah, your muscles are going to grow. But I'm just use it to stay lean and recover from jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So, and that's.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. I've been just getting more physical anyway, so I was just kind of curious. And just from years of working out, and then especially knowing, like, when you get back into it, like, you're so sore you don't want to work out. Mm-hmm. And then, like, even Friday when I didn't feel good, I still had the energy and enough to go down and do my sets, because Friday's kind of just it's a high rep, low weight day anyway. It's just a burnout day. And so I went down, I did that. And the whole time I was just fogged out. And then I did the TV interview, and then I came to work, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I thought maybe it was food. Like, I felt off, like I needed something. Like, do I need sugar? Do I need this? Do I need that? So I tried all those things, and nothing worked. And I was like, do I have... So I sat here, and it was, like, quiet for a couple hours, right? And I'm like, oh, shit, am I going to die? Do I have what Chuck has? What the fuck? Dude, what's going on right now? And then, like, dude, I couldn't hear anybody. I couldn't, like, people were in here talking to me, and I'm just like, what? Like, I couldn't focus. There's nothing, creativity-wise, it was zero, and it's still lacking some. Like, I still don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm just still tired. I think I get, I didn't eat for 4 days.
You sleep like dog shit, though, when you're healthy.
I do sleep like dog shit.
Even when you're healthy. So, that is the number one thing to do is sleep. How many hours sleep you get a night?
Sleep.
Depends.
Yeah, like on average.
5.
Really?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You need to sleep more.
I sleep like 7 or 8 hours, but it's interrupted. It's not. So it takes me 12 hours to sleep 7 or 8 hours.
I mean, it just depends. Like, so I'll get home, it's 7:30 or 8 when I get home.
Right.
Well, and if it's jiu-jitsu night, which is almost every night, it's 9.
Right.
See the kids for a few minutes.
Right.
Hang out with Melissa for a couple hours. Try to.
Right.
And it's 11:30. Fall asleep. Wake up before.
Jesus, buddy.
Before I work out.
Gotta
Then
sleep.
work by 6:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've talked to Thursday night. I talked to you Thursday night, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night, and then like fucking I'm sitting in the ER, fucking bored, scrolling, and I see him come on, and so I sent him a message, and I was thinking that I was like, wasn't I just talking to you like, and when I got here in the waiting room, I was talking to you, and now you're up, fucking. Weird.
Yeah, well, I went through that for a while, and then I don't know. Last few years, I've really been just sleeping.
I try to sleep. All I can sleep because I know you need a lot of sleep. Oh, it's just BJ.
Josh is coming into. He's working 11 to close.
It's just BJ.
So,
but I try to. You need sleep. So, I like sleeping. You know what I mean?
I think that's my favorite pastime right now.
One good thing about this whole thing is that I was kind of apprehensive about going back to the gym.
Right.
All the people and touching all the stuff, and because I still got a little bit of that anxiety towards it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it now, do I?
No.
Because
Well,
this was my first confirmed. Yes, you have it. So.
tell him the story.
Oh, the doctor?
Yeah, that's such a good story.
So I went to the ER. Well, we'll just tell both of them then. I went to the ER, right? And I only went for my anxiety. Like, I didn't feel good, but I just figured, it just didn't, probably a cold or something stupid, right? And we've got the baby a lot, and babies are always sick, so I just figured probably got RSV again or some shit, because I think we had RSV in December or something like that. And so I'm sitting in the waiting room. And you know how you've been in Alton Memorial. Alton Memorial's got that big waiting room over here, but there's chairs in this hallway over here. So there's this lady in the waiting room coughing her head off, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm not going over there. She's got COVID, right? So I'm sitting over here in these chairs, staying away from her because I don't want to get freaking COVID, And so they call me back. And then I go back, and they put an IV in me just in case I need fluids and all that stuff, right? They were just being just getting things done just in case. And doctor comes in, listens to me. I'm not congested or nothing. He leaves. He comes back about an hour later and he opens the door like this much because I got my light off now. He opens the door about this much and he goes, "You've got COVID," and he just shuts the door and walks away.
Nice knowing you.
And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I got to thinking about how I sat way over here away from this lady coughing because I didn't want COVID. I was like, I've got COVID.
I'm the fucking diseased one.
Sense. So I was sitting in the waiting room watching the first 2 seasons of BattleBots on Freebie.
Oh, nice.
Or sitting in the room.
Yeah.
First 2. You gotta, you'll be impressed. I know how much you like Farouk.
I don't.
So you'll be. Oh, dude, he looks so young. No beard. I mean, it's there, but it's not.
Is that an old wrestler?
Maybe actually. What was his?
I don't know.
What was his
He's
previous?
just an announcer. I have no idea.
God, it's so.
There was a guy who was
He's annoying.
Farouk who was like
Black guy.
Yeah, like it was like an Islander or something. Like there.
No, this is a black guy. Yeah, this is a straight up black dude.
Was he? Oh, dude, I have to. Got to pull.
Yeah,
up.
no, he's just. It's.
Have you ever watched BattleBots, Drew?
A long time ago. Is there still seasons of it?
Oh yeah,
They've gotten way better. Like I'm watching the first couple of seasons because I haven't seen them in so long, and it's like, well, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, Farouk, wrestler.
But is it the same guy?
No.
It's not
Okay,
the
but
same
I wasn't wrong though. This is
Yeah, because he's
that's
like
the wrestler.
No,
he's,
that's not him.
it's maybe that's where he pulled his name from.
This is a young dude. Well, he was a young dude then. Dude, you gotta see him. You'll be impressed. So I'm kind of watching it just to see the progression of the beard because the first season it wasn't really there. The second season it's there a little better.
Dude, now it glistens in the.
It glistens.
I mean, that beard glistens.
So much beard product.
Right, like it's so glow in the beard, man. From like Coming to America.
He's like Samson.
Yeah, like if he
With
were
the
to
beard.
if he were to take a bite of a sandwich, it becomes a soup. Like that's how much liquids in that beer. I just made that up. That was
That was
pretty
good.
good,
That was
actually.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Thanks.
descriptive.
See, it's the creativity's coming back.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, but I was apprehensive about going back to the gym, but I don't have to worry about that now.
You
So,
think, but you can get it more than once.
well,
You can get it several times.
no, you can't.
You can keep getting it.
Well, yeah,
You got to keep getting it.
every year or so.
No, I mean just
No,
every.
that's-
It's the same one every year.
No, that's
Every fucking 6 months, I think.
that's
Ginger's had it 49 times.
that's not
That's how it works.
that's not true.
Have you guys ever gone to the theater to watch like a live event?
Just with Lincoln.
Oh, jeez. It's too soon.
Oh.
Went to watch the UFC because I was like, nobody wants to watch it with me at the house,
Right.
and I'm not gonna pay whatever $80 to
Right,
watch it
right.
myself. It's
We
20.
just go to the boat and watch
It's
it.
$20. Go in the theater.
No, the boat don't do it no more.
Yeah.
What
no,
theater?
don't do it no
I
more.
was at one. It's in O'Fallon, Marcus Theaters.
Okay.
It was $20. There was like 7 people in the whole theater, all spread out. You know what I mean?
Right.
They had a bar there. You could get a drink, sat there, and just kick back and reclining seat and watch the fights. It was sweet.
Sounds interesting.
I mean,
What the-
but it was cool because people were nobody was like shh, everybody was talking and like,
Right,
you were
right,
kind of like
right,
in a
yeah.
bar or something.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
right.
it's a fight.
Yeah,
You know,
right,
you don't have
right.
to listen to them talk.
Yeah. No, you got to scream at a fight.
Yeah, so it was
Nobody,
cool. It was
nobody
cool.
cares.
Who was
Joe
fighting
Rogan
that you
says.
watched?
It was the last fight was a guy named Volkanovski, and
Oh, I watched the highlights of that, I think.
he should have
I
won
can't-
that fight. But.
I can't watch it anymore.
It's
I haven't been able. It's not been interesting to me since Silva broke his leg.
It's so disgusting when that happens when they do that leg kick. And it's
I think Weidman's was more disgusting than his.
it happened twice, didn't it?
Right,
Dude,
right. I think that one was more disgusting than his.
I like the smaller fights now and smaller fight venues. You know, you got like Toby, that Ash and those fights. Those guys are fighting. You know, and there's something respectable. And then you're in jiu-jitsu, but there's something respectable about watching the plan come together.
Yeah.
Watching a fight. You know, so like, but now it just seems like it's
I don't know, listen.
it's less bar brawl. It's way less bar brawl than what it started out as. So where when you go to like these smaller venue fights, you know, it's a little more bar brawlish. You know, you still got just
Listen,
like anger involved
Listen.
versus in the UFC, it's you know, it's smart fighting is what they're doing.
I don't like any fighter that doesn't celebrate with a ball of crack. Okay,
God damn it.
so
You don't celebrate. That's how you cut
Does
weight.
it come like a cheese
that's
ball?
how you cut weight.
That's how you cut weight. Spend 3 days in the trap.
Actually, Drew, they call it cheese. So yes, it's like a
Seriously?
cheese ball. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's how you cut weight, man.
Right.
4 days in the trap.
Well, you celebrate with it too.
Well, of course you're going to.
So what's
Right.
what's the difference between crack and freebasing?
So
Freebasing
freebasing
is crack.
Well, no, you can no. So crack is just cooked with Arm and Hammer.
Kind of like
Or Coke, it's
Master
Coke,
P
it's-
taught us how to do.
It's Coke with Arm and Hammer cooked up.
Right.
You can extend the so you know you get, let's just say you get an ounce of cocaine, and then you can turn that into literally 7 ounces of crack.
Yep.
That seems like a good investment opportunity.
Very
well,
good investment.
right.
opportunity. And, and,
Welcome
and it
to
costs
the-
more money.
Welcome to the 80s.
Yeah.
It costs more money.
Look at Miami.
Right.
I mean, so at either rate,
think
freebasing, you can just throw it down on some foil, and then instead of snorting it, you're cooking it, and then you're inhaling the smoke from it. You can also just cook and just fucking smoke Coke
Yeah,
without the
on a
arm.
foily, right?
Yeah.
Foilies,
I mean, you can get it wet, do its thing, and cook it up too.
But the aluminum foil part of the foily is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very dangerous.
So what's the Brillo pad thing?
That's the
That's
filter.
crack.
That's the filter to keep the rock from
It's
shooting
the
down.
cocaine, Dewey. You don't want no part of that.
Yeah, nah, the chore boy just keeps the you put the chore boy into the
from
glass.
Sucking the hot rock down your
Yeah,
throat.
man.
And pissing the other crackhead off because you didn't get a hit.
Yeah, you ever been at the Asian place and you're getting some hot soup, but like a piece of vegetable hits the back of your throat and you gag? Right. Well, imagine you just spent $20 on that one piece
Well, you've
of vegetable.
smoked weed out of a pinch hitter before, right?
Right. There you go.
So you get the too small and it sucks through.
Yeah.
So imagine that, but with a ball of crack.
And that's for some. Yeah. Right. And then now you got to go steal another catalytic converter to get another fucking rock.
Right. Or that guy's going to kill you because he didn't get his hit.
Right. And you got to remember,
sucked it down his throat.
Your battery's charging from stealing catalytic converters all night. So now your Milwaukee battery's charging up. So you were going to get high and fucking wait.
I saw a video the other day. Somebody at like a Shop and Save or a Schnucks, they stole the catalytic converter right from like the parking lot, like right by the doors.
They're doing it in broad daylight.
Yeah. Well, what's nice?
I don't know how they're that good at it.
What's nice is when
it takes me 2 hours to get a catalytic converter off.
What's nice is when you do one of a car that just pulls up and it's wintertime, it warms your hands while you're doing it.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's
like
really these are the smartest guys I've known. So I mean, you know, it's like, man, it's really cold out. What can we do? Let's go steal hot parts.
Right.
And it'll warm us up while we're going to the scrapyard.
So it's platinum in there that they're stealing. Right?
Yeah, there's platinum.
There's all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, and then just, you know, dude, the whole entire salvage yard shut down because of him.
Yep.
And it was actually a decent dude, too.
Yep.
That's what sucks.
Yep. Instead of punishing the criminals, they punished the business.
So he was accepting the
good old state of Illinois.
Dude, they fucking raided. They shut them down.
Listen, and it's bullshit, dude. They shut them down. It's bullshit. When they could have went in, they could have been like, you guys are fucking up. You're buying these. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a guy in.
You couldn't sit a guy at the desk and buy him.
Right. We're going to put a guy in. We're going to find out who's stealing these motherfuckers. We're going to find you, and then we're going to fucking go about our way.
Right. But instead, they spent more money to shut it down. To do what? To look like the heroes. Hey, if we
shut. Plus they stole like I don't know, like a lot of money in converters from them.
Right.
Like the state government just
takes them.
Right. Took them all. Took every converter they had, which was a lot of fucking money.
What's weird about this?
I think something like $70,000 worth or something like that.
And then what's weird about this place? So like, you know, sometimes we'll strip down a car. So we've taken converters in, right? Mm-hmm. And we've taken I've taken tons of stuff to this particular guy. And if you take a car part in, he's like, "Hey, I need a title.
Right.
I need to know." He's busting my balls. He knows I ain't stealing shit, but he's still busting my balls. Right. And then he's like, "Hey, I got to write you a check." You know, because it's...
But somebody there... Right. Somebody there...
Right. Probably not the owner.
Some shithead.
Was not.
Some employee fucked it for... for
some employee.
So does he get to open back up ever, or is he done?
He's probably banned.
He retired.
Yeah.
He wanted out anyway.
Right. I'm okay with that idea, too.
So, he wanted out anyway, so he just used this as an excuse to get out. So...
Fair enough.
But it's stupid, though. Why punish a tax-paying business? This state is just so back-asswards. But at least we're not California. So that's all I got to say.
Well, I don't know, dude. I was watching that homeless video thing. That looked really nice out in Cali.
Yeah.
So I could just live in my van in the fucking perfect weather all year round?
Dude, there's a guy...
You can do that in Florida and still have all your rights.
Right. Well, that's true, too.
You may have seen his videos, but you like watching videos on YouTube occasionally, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Soft White Underbelly?
No.
The name itself is creepy. But it's a guy.
Sounds like a fish.
He puts out like 4 videos a day.
Okay.
And he goes down to like Skid Row.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's morphed to like other places in the country.
Right.
But like he'll interview these people from Skid Row. Not on Skid Row. They'll come into his studio.
Right.
And it'll be stories. And they are the most interesting people. Like, it's just crazy the shit they talk about.
Oh, homeless people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, but,
so I do.
But people who like were, say, I don't know, like were Wall Street bankers and now they're living on Skid Row and you know, there's prostitutes and crackheads and you know all the list of all the weird shit you could think of. There's somebody interviewed who's got that problem like on there. Like he went to West Virginia and interviewed these like inbred people. Super.
The whites.
No. Not the whites.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking. They're talking about the other ones.
They bark like dogs and shit. Like
Yep.
They bark like dogs. That's how they communicate.
One of them does.
Well, they grunt.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3 of them are nonverbal.
Yeah,
I
like
think.
so. Like dude, he like took them to the store and
Like,
bought them new clothes. It was enough.
They won't breed with anybody but in the family. They won't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like
So
close inbreeding. It's like brother, sister, son, mother.
Right.
It's like weird inbreeding shit. So,
You know, if he takes them out and buys them stuff, what the fuck do you think that does for them? What do you think that really? Do you think that truly helps?
well, they're
them?
not going anywhere anyway.
No, I mean,
so.
but no. If you would have seen the place they were living in, it was
Right.
pretty. It was pretty nice for him to do that. Like he did it.
Right.
And granted, he's gotten more on the backside from them, but he set them up like
Right.
GoFundMe's and like all these other things where money is going straight to them to help them improve their lot in life.
Buy crack.
So the guy is like
Buy alcohol.
doing good work for some
Buy
people. At
cocaine.
least, you know.
I don't. You know, here's the thing. Like, you know, living.
He's not doing.
He's not doing anybody good.
He's not. No, he's not doing anybody any good. I mean, I get it. He's helping them. You know what I mean? They're doing better than they probably would have
He's
been.
doing-
Now,
he's
it's not
doing-
like him buy food and cocaine, but you know what I mean. Whereas before they had to choose. I get that, but he's still exploiting them. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, exactly.
I mean, get
You
out
know,
of here.
if you do a
He's still-
helpful, I'm going to tell you. So I would be near all the homeless when I was. You know, I would love to just. I would buy somebody a beer just to sit there and talk to them.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, and then just let them talk. I didn't ask them questions. I'm not doing it fucking.
What, you showing him pictures of the inbreds?
The Whitakers is their name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're. Have you ever seen Sabbatical?
Mm.
You haven't watched Sabbatical? Watch Sabbatical.
What's
Sabbatical is a good channel.
What's up with that? What's up with those eyes, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
why is that guy? Why is that guy missing an eye?
Because they're inbred.
So
Sir.
these are. So that was.
Oh,
that.
shit,
Okay.
I feel like you missed the entire beginning of the conversation.
No, I didn't miss it, bro. I mean, I get inbred, but I mean, Jesus Christ, if we go back far enough, we're probably all inbred. Okay, that's a interesting photo.
Well, if you have royal blood, you are inbred.
Yeah. So, anyways, soft white underbelly, pretty cool. Something to put on the background. Good, cool interviews, different stuff. You, interesting people.
No,
Check out Sabbatical too.
Is it
Sabbatical's YouTube.
YouTube channel? Okay.
Sabbatical is a guy that goes on vacation to ghettos.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
is that like?
Like I watched one where he was someplace in Africa,
Yeah.
and this dude just basically kidnaps him. I mean, doesn't kidnap him, you know what I mean? But like, come with me, and he kind of forces him to go with him to all these places where you're like, oh my god, he's gonna die for that GoPro that he's wearing on his chest. He's dead. This dude, why is this video and how did he upload this after he died? Right? I mean, you're so convinced he's gonna die that you're still watching on YouTube going, all right, when's he die? He died and he's Africans. Fucking put this shit on his channel for him.
You got the balls on some of those people to go to the places they go and do what they do to like, I don't know. I mean, I wonder if they have fear of dying because of that, or they're just.
I bet you there's a rush to it that they're addicted to.
Yeah.
I think that most most people like that are just as fucking bad off. What was that actor? He would go into the inner cities. He was Chalky White on Boardwalk. Michael something. No, anyway, that was his therapy, was to go in and talk about the rampant drug use and shit like that. It was his therapy to stay clean, was to do these fucking specials and shit. But anyway, I think a lot of the people, like, I think your self-help gurus are on there fucking screaming shit because they need to hear it. Your fucking entrepreneurial fucking people, they gotta fucking say it out loud so they can hear it.
It's just reaffirmation.
Yeah, and then and if people fucking follow along, then they get the high off that. I just don't buy into all this garbage, man. It's like, just do something for somebody without fucking putting it out there. Just do something.
Right.
Be fucking a good person. I mean, that's all there is.
Right.
These motherfuckers making millions.
We used to hand out Funyuns down by the Travel Lodge.
Did you?
So, yeah, all the time.
Right.
I mean, when we were doing bad shit in the Travel Lodge.
Right. Well, that's kind of like paying your dues.
We were giving away Funyuns and sodas and stuff like that down there. So.
Yeah, like that lady that had one leg that she ended up passing away. There was days where talking to her was like, I don't know, it was kind of a highlight. I'd sit down after a hard day of work and just have a beer with this lady you know, just got nothing but what she's got. I mean, half time she didn't even have her leg, you know. So, you know, it was cool just to let her talk, and you know, she would give you insights, and it's kind of like reading a tabloid, right? It would sound far fetched as fuck, you know. But them tabloids a long time ago said there was UFOs, and you're like, oh, it's fucking tabloids,
Bad
right?
boy.
Right. You know, so, but like, here's this lady. I believed a lot of what she said. I think it, you know, because there's not a lot of reason to lie. You know,
Yeah.
you buy them their beer, they got nothing else to ask from you. So, you know, they'll tell you the straight up truth.
Yeah,
Like,
she's not gonna bullshit you about anything.
right. She's, you know, she tells me who's killing who in the city. Like, and I'm pretty sure she's probably accurate. You know.
All right, let's wrap this up so
Yeah.
we can get to wrapping that van up.
That's a play on words that's fucking stupid. Oh, man. We didn't even unroll a cigar.
Yeah,
We'll save it for tomorrow. No,
It'll be
save it for
alright.
the next one.
It'll be all right.
We're gonna unroll. We're gonna be unrolling this van.
Right. Right.
This will be the third van that doesn't go anywhere for months.
No, it's.
Fourth.
I'd like to be able to come back up tomorrow morning and put door handles on. So
So, yeah, we're
I'd
gonna
like to
start
get
on
that
the sides.
far.
We're leaving the
Yeah.
top and the hood out for last, right?
top, the hood, and the back hatch. Well, the bumpers for
Well.
last.
Okay.
Try and get the sides done
Yeah.
What
so I can put the door handles back on it.
What is the input for those headphones on that? Is there an
Quarter.
extra input?
Quarter. Yeah. There's plenty.
Okay, I have a
Quarter,
set,
yeah.
I have a set of headphones at home that I've never been able to use because they go to like an old school stereo,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
and that should be the input.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's quarter
Right,
inch.
right. Quarter inch.
I thought we had a third set, but I don't know.
There is a third set floating around here somewhere. I know there is.
Does yours have a really long cord?
Mhm.
Okay, then yeah, bring yours. Because
Yeah.
these cords suck for fucking
Yeah, they
distance.
suck.
You're
All
supposed-
right.
All right, so thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, tell us about what you think of the Matrix over Hawaii.
Yeah.
Project Blue Beam. Look it
Just
up.
a
Project
satellite.
Blue Beam. Just a satellite. I like how Chuck's like playing it off like he's mass media.
Just a satellite.
Dude, he sounds like motherfucking Fox.
There's
Yeah,
Some
he's
things.
paid off.
There's just some things.
I think he got a fucking.
He got a check from.
He got a
government.
check from
there's
somebody,
just
bro.
some things that are absolutely ridiculous. You should just
I mean, if it was seen, it was seen.
stop. Just stop.
In true format
There's
of this
so
podcast,
many
we try to
things.
sign off and then we go
Yeah.
another 20 minutes.
There's so many things. So many things that they can be like, look at this shit. But they're not looking at that. They're looking at this other stupid thing that has this perfectly good fucking explanation. So
I think it. I think that the reason people. I mean, you know, I read about the Blue Beam thing years ago, but I think people are bringing it up now because there's so many things together that could be associated with that kind of a theory that are happening at the same time.
But it's not going to work. It's only going to work in L.A., Chicago, and New York. Because everywhere else, people are going to shoot at it. And when it doesn't take damage from being shot at, they're going to go, oh, that ain't real. And that's the end of it.
I don't know. Don't look up.
That's the end of it. So
So what they're gonna what the thing?
that's why they're banning AR-15s. So you can't shoot at it.
So there's a whole a whole series of events before this happens, right? But the crux of it is
It's an alien invasion.
That's the last part.
Yeah, it's the last
And the only thing that can save us is this unified world government / religion.
Right.
So they're going to,
Right.
what the thing was, they're going to project over, say, the biggest Christian populated places will be a projection of Jesus in the sky. Over, you know, Islam be, you know, Muhammad, then it'll be Shiva, and then it'll be that.
Well, they're the
and
same people.
Hey, I'm going to put this out
then
there
it all
for.
comes together as one person.
I'm going to put this out there for next year's election. It really was not Barack Obama who said that. It really was not Trump that said that. It's really not anybody that said that.
Definitely wasn't Joe Biden that said it, unless it was absolute nonsense.
Well, no, Joe Biden probably did say it, but he thought he was saying something else. But
What, the
with
New World Order?
with
Listen.
yeah, because AI is going
Listen.
to fucking all these stupid fucks that just
All right.
believe everything on the
Right.
fucking internet. They're gonna share fucking Trump saying something, or fucking Biden saying something, or fucking old Barry's gonna come on and fucking say something, and they're going to fucking believe it to be handed, and it's gonna be
Listen.
all AI done.
Listen,
Is
I mean,
Michelle
no-
Obama a dude?
Yeah,
Okay.
duh.
Probably.
Have you seen those pictures?
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
A bigger dude than me. Bigger dude than me.
Probably.
I mean, FedEx brought the whole package there.
Not FedEx Ground though.
Nah, FedEx Ground, FedEx Air, FedEx Ground can't. FedEx Ground fucking still waiting on my package.
Back in the truck, just.
Right.
We need to.
Somebody.
All right.
I feel like somebody's knocking off FedEx Ground.
All right. Gays and gentlemen. Have a good one. Did you see that? Joe Biden. Gays and gentlemen. Shit's hilarious.
You know,
My buddy was like, look at this video of him shaking hands with an invisible person. Like, it's only invisible if you can't see it.
Hologram, see? They're projecting in his brain.
Right.
They've probably been trying this out on him the whole
It's
time.
only invisible to people that can't see him.
That motherfucker, he's seeing holograms of balloons and shit right now.
Everybody else
There's
is
some
not
happy,
visible.
There's a happy birthday Mylar floating above my house. I thought I was going to get exploded or something,
That
man.
same video, I think he smacks a cactus. What the fuck is going on, man? Jeez, you want to talk about Blue Beam and aliens and shit? What the fuck is going on with that guy?
Dude, the one in New Church is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
How do people even watch anything, any speech, anything? And I go, my God, that poor man.
Yeah,
I
feel
don't
sorry for him.
understand it.
I'm going to tell you, if that was my grandma at the table, we'd be committing her somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's just, you know, and it's like, why in the last 3 years is we had not heard anything from the vice president? That was such a fucking running thing.
Because she's got her mouth full.
Well, no. What it is because she's truly conservative and fucking duped everybody to get on that ticket. She doesn't believe in this shit.
I don't buy that.
I mean, I used to be upset that he won the election, but now I just feel sorry for him, and I'm pissed at the people who are propping him up there with whatever they're fucking propping him up there with.
Like,
Clearly
we
exploiting a man with dementia.
Weekend at Bernie's, man.
Clearly
all
have
day.
dementia.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No, it's Weekend at Bernie's fucking with our political system.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we're out. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.